Hey guys, welcome back, and hello if you are new. I hope that you're all having an amazing week. So this week I'm going to be talking about the thrash metal giants that are Death Angel. Now, following their return, they're kind of synonymous with this idea of the wolf, and despite the wolf's absence on the Evil Divide, the Wolves and Death Angel are very much back on their brand new album, Humanicide. Death Angel are very much thrash metal demigods, but what I've always enjoyed about Death Angel's sound is the fact that the band really go hell for leather on some things, and I feel that they're a bit more vicious than some of the thrash metal bands out there. Another point that I've always noted is that with that aggression, there is this sense of classic thrash mentality, but Death Angel seem to consistently inject something relatively new into what could be seen as an old framework. Aggressor, for example, personally scratches that mid-80s itch that wouldn't sound out of place in, for example, Testament to the New Order, but it sounds revitalized in the time of 2019. Aggressor as a track is kind of quite mid-paced and uses these palm muted techniques, which really adds a lot of dynamism to Death Angel's sound, and for me that's always been one of their secret weapons. There's definitely a sense of the grandiose on this album as well, particularly on Humanicide, the title track. Those imperious twin lead guitars really set the kind of pace up for what is essentially going to be a classic Death Angel riff that follows. But personally, for me, it's the midsection that comes later in the track which really got my head bobbing. Nevertheless, the following track, Divine Defector, does have somewhat of a forgettable verse riff, which for me didn't quite really sit well with me. I've tried to give it a go a couple of times, but it just doesn't quite have that Death Angel bite that we all want. However, the lead guitar that underpins it does save it from going to the dogs. And then you've got I Came for Blood, which personally for me resonated more with a kind of Motorhead aesthetic and had more of a crossover kind of idea. But then you've got Alive and Screaming, where that thrash mode button is hit smack back on, and they really go for the jugular. The track in particular uses that classic thrash metal formula of having one guitar kind of going full speed and then another one dropping in and out to really enhance those sections that need that extra body behind it. The song also uses gang vocals, which kind of creates this sense of brotherhood. And speaking of brotherhood, the band actually addressed that on the song The Pack. Now, the song actually deals with Death Angel's fans, but also heavy metal fans in particular, and that sort of lifelong, brotherhood that we've all had. But for me, I really enjoyed it because it's kind of this real sort of like fist-pumping anthem.
Arms, as we gather the pack beneath the sky. No ending in sight, this is our time. Come join the fight.
Ghost of Me, however, showcases Death Angel's fantastic songwriting ability with verse sections that are so fluid, moving into pre-choruses, and then a fantastic groove section as well. And there are subtle changes in the way that the drums are played by Will Carroll, and there's a really inspired guitar solo. I haven't actually mentioned much about the solos, but personally they come in thick and fast, and they're really quite well placed and sometimes quite unexpected. It's clear that Death Angel have been experimenting on this album, but for me what's always been a hallmark of Death Angel's sound is that kind of progressive nature, and there is nothing better than the centerpiece of Immortal Be Hated. This is a track that is potentially the most expansive in Death Angel's repertoire and features the use of piano, acoustic guitars, and these kind of quite off-the-kilter lead sections. Immortal Be Hated also showcases the kind of dynamic range of Osegueda's vocals, and he's got such power behind when he actually screams out. And there's even a slight sense of hair metal on Revelation Song, which for me again brought that sense of Queensryche. There are some really fantastic moments on Humanicide, and it's clear that aggression has definitely been pushed to the forefront, but also the boundaries are being tested within their sound as well. However, there were some elements which didn't quite keep my attention for the entire listen, But if you're a seasoned thrash metal and particularly Death Angel fan, you'll find so much to love with this. So for that reason, I'm going to give the record a 4 out of 5. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure to leave a comment and let me know what you think. And yeah, I will see you guys next week for another album review. Alright, take care friends.